Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Kristen with the C, back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be doing a 1-year review / wear and tear. And we're going to be talking about my very last luxury bag that I purchased. I've not purchased a luxury bag this year, you guys. Even though I'm on the waiting list for one, it has not come to fruition yet. So it looks like this is gonna be like, a luxury bag free year. I did purchase some other items and we'll probably talk about that in another video. But wanted to talk about my very last luxury purchase, which is my Louis Vuitton bum bag in the Empriente leather, color noir and or black. And this is what it's looking like here. It's got gold hardware. So yeah, we've had this bag for a year now. I purchased it pretty much like the end of November of last year. And then I got it delivered, I think like the day after Thanksgiving, or maybe it was the weekend, the same weekend after Thanksgiving. So I purchased it from the Louis Vuitton website because it definitely was not in the store. I did see it like come up for purchase. And I had been wanting this bag, or really been thinking about it, because you guys know I really love my monogram Louis Vuitton bum bag. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied today. But you guys know I really love that bag. I've had that one since 2020, and I've used it quite a bit. It is one of my favorite Louis Vuitton bags. So I really was interested in purchasing this one, and especially after I got my Louis Vuitton Alma PM, my Neo Alma PM in the Empriente leather, and I just really fell back in love with Empriente leather. This one was kind of like one that I was thinking about, so I did decide to bite the bullet when I did see it on the website, and I don't regret it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of talk about with this bag, and just kind of show you guys what it's been looking like for the past year, talk about how often I use this, when I use it, and let's just kind of dig in. So guys, this is what the bag looks like. It is smaller. I think, you know, if you kind of watch videos, you guys know that there is a size difference between the Empriente version and the monogram version. Didn't bring the monogram version out because I think I have done like a comparison video, so definitely check that out on the channel. But I just want to kind of keep the video about, focus on this bag here, so I didn't really want to bring the bag out to do a whole bunch of comparison. But this bag is smaller than the monogram bum bag, and it does have, again, some other slight differences in addition to the size. Mostly it is the same as far as the way the layout is, the structure of it. So it does have this top handle here, which the monogram one does have. So you can, you know, pick it up by the top handle, which is really convenient if you have it in the passenger side. You can just kind of pick it up again and just kind of go. So that's really convenient. I do use this top handle quite a bit. So you do have all of the LVs throughout. Then the biggest thing is it does have the back pocket. Now, since it's smaller, my phone does still fit in here with the case, which I do have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But you do have to kind of like shimmy it in here a little bit. You have to really maneuver to get it in. And guys, it does have like the kind of yellow orangish interior. So to me, it's kind of like a mustard yellow interior. But it's very similar to like the Louis Vuitton boxes. So, I mean, maybe a little bit brighter than a mustard yellow, but this is like the interior. So, but yeah, in the case, my iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit, but it's just a tighter fit than it is with the monogram one, because the pocket is bigger, because again, the dimensions are bigger. But it does still fit back here, or I could put my card holder back here and that fits just fine. Again, everything else looks pretty similar. You do have the little tag here that says Louis Vuitton in the gold. Another difference, you do just have one zipper here instead of two, which I prefer the 2 zippers because you could wear it either way. Usually when I wear my monogram one, I wear it this way across the chest. And so the issue is like when you're unzipping the bag, you know, you kind of have to be careful about what you put in the bag. Otherwise, your items are liable to kind of fall out unzipping it that way. Now it would be better, yeah, like if you wore it this way, because you don't have to zip it all the way down to open it. You can just kind of unzip it like maybe to here, and then, you know, maybe reach some items in here and then just zip it back up. But yeah, you can't do that on this side because, you know, the zipper kind of starts down here. So that's the biggest downside to me of the bag, is that I wish it did have the 2 zippers so that wouldn't be an issue. But I do still wear it this way. And again, you just have to be cognizant of what you actually put in the interior. I haven't really had any problems with things falling out. So yeah, it's just because you have to, again, make some slight modifications than you would from the monogram version. So on the exterior, there's no wear, you guys. Like, I don't know. I don't see any anyway. Not on the exterior. Now, I'm certain when we get to the interior, there's going to be some wear. But the exterior, to me, looks exactly the same. And then the strap, there is a slight difference in this strap than from the monogram one, because the strap isn't as long on this one as it is on the monogram one. You don't have as many adjustments. Again, because the bag is smaller. So it's fine for me. Like, I still can wear it across the chest. I do have a bigger chest, but it does still work for me across the chest, and it does still sit very nicely across the body on the longest setting. And even it can be a little bit shorter if I want it tighter, and I do still have some leeway with that. It's fine around the waist. I have worn this around the waist before, and it's definitely fine when you find the right adjustment. So yeah, like, I don't personally have any issue with it, but so I know, like, for people who had issues with the monogram bag because they felt like even on the smallest setting, it was still too big around the waist. This one might be a bit better since the strap doesn't give you as much leeway. But the other caveat with this bag is the fact that it's no longer on the website. I think they discontinued the monogram and the Empriente Bumbag, so you would have to buy these used, unfortunately. So likely that would mean paying a higher price point. Now, sometimes they do release bum bags through the men's line, I've seen, and they're slightly different than these ones that they were making before. I think they may release these again and maybe make some slight changes or variations. Likely though, if they do that, they would probably raise the price on these. Like this one, I think, how much was this one? I don't even remember. I feel like this one was like $19.95 when I purchased it, or maybe it had already gone up to like $2,100 or something. I know I paid over $2,000 for it after taxes. So I think it was like $19.95 or something. So it is a slightly higher price point at the time anyway than what I paid for my monogram bum bag. Because the monogram bum bag, I think, was like in the 1600s when I purchased it. And then right after I purchased it, there was a price increase on the monogram one. But either way, both of them are discontinued, unfortunately, again. So anyway, let's kind of get into the interior. This is where we might see some wear because I've not been a good girl as far as this bag is concerned. But this is the interior. It does have quite a good opening. You know, it's not, you know, too wide, but I mean, for the size of the bag. You do see the Louis Vuitton back here. And yeah, the interior is the same as the back pocket where you have this kind of like orange. Now, I think there are some stains in here, but it's not too bad. When I do notice stains, I try to get like a wet wipe and go in and like wipe it off. And usually I can pick up the dirt, debris, or whatever the stain is before it kind of settles in. So yeah, I don't think it's too bad. It looks pretty good after a year. Mostly, I'm gonna say why that is though. Mostly, I don't have an organizer for this bag like I do with my monogram bum bag. With the monogram bum bag, because it's canvas and it's a soft canvas, I really felt like an organizer was needed because otherwise, if you just kind of put your items in there and you like kind of lift it up, your items were subject to kind of like topple over because the bag was so soft. So the organizer actually gives the bag a bit more structure. But since this is Empriente leather and it is a good bit thicker and the interior lining is thicker, it doesn't need an organizer for structure. Yeah, for the purposes of maintaining the structure, because it's just gonna look like this, you know, when you put the items in here as well. It looks like this, yeah, when you don't have anything in here. Whereas, yeah, with the monogram one, it just kind of looks like it deflates when you don't have anything in it and you don't have the organizer. This one isn't like that, so it doesn't need an organizer for structure. Really, the organizer would be for keeping the interior clean, which is definitely important. But you guys, like, because the bag is already smaller, I really just do not want an organizer to take away even more room. I don't mind the room being taken away in my monogram bum bag, but with this one, I just don't like losing any more space. The interior already is kind of small for me. So the reason why I don't really have a lot of things too is usually I would put like my mini pochette in here, as well as like my Gucci, yeah, my Gucci key pouch, which I have next to me. So I'm just gonna kind of pull those out and put them in here so you guys can see. So this is my Louis Vuitton, you know, Damier Bean mini pochette. So usually I would like put this in here and you kind of see, but you guys, you kind of see it almost takes up all the room when you put that in here by itself. Maybe I'll put like my YSL card holder in here. And then also, I'm just kind of looking. Yeah, my Gucci key pouch. Jesus, okay, so I think I need to move this. Okay. So, yeah, kind of like this. This will still zip up. So this is pretty much like the capacity with which you can, you know, fit items in here. Maybe you can fit a few other small items. I didn't really organize it well because you see it's a bit lumpy and bumpy, so I apologize for that. But just kind of wanted to do a demonstration of like kind of like what would fit in here. So usually that's how I would carry items in here. I would just have my Gucci key pouch, my mini pochette, and my YSL card holder. And then, you know, I can kind of slip in keys as well. I could also slip in, you know, some lip products, you know, so just, yeah, on the side here it's a little weird, but yeah, that's pretty much what I would like fit in here and it would be pretty much fine. But recently, you guys, I actually went and took this bag to a lodge in the woods. I went like camping with some people from church for one of the ministries, and I just threw caution to the wind. I did not carry my mini pochette, and I carried this bag, but I did not carry my mini pochette. I just actually dumped all the items in here. So I'm gonna do that now because again, we're around here living on the wild side, you guys. So these are kind of the items in here I dumped from my mini pochette. I didn't carry my key pouch. I just dumped all the items that were in here, which essentially for me are my Aleve, my headphones, as well as my key fob for my Toyota Prius. I dumped this stuff in here as well. I didn't bring my card holder. I think I just brought a few cards with me, but I'm just gonna put the card holder in here. And then also like keys. I don't know where my keys are, but you know, like keys. Yeah, maybe put some lip products in here. I was looking for my hand sanitizer. Yeah, here we go. My Touchland hand sanitizer. Yeah, like my AirPods Generation 2. I'm gonna put those in here. My Hermes Bastia coin purse, put that in here. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe put in some like another couple of lip products. So I have my Summer Fridays here. I have another Summer Fridays. We'll just put those two in here. Yeah, I have my bag that I actually carried out earlier today next to me, so that's where I'm like pulling items from. And then I'm just gonna put this Rogue lip balm in here as well. So you guys, you kind of see how the bag actually fits quite a bit. I'm sorry, my stuff is, this is kind of the issue though. Yeah, like, you know, things are subject to fall out. But the bag fits quite a bit when you don't have it in compartments like these, like when you don't have them in like little pouches. But the good thing about the pouches is it keeps the interior clean. But in contrast, it takes up room that you could be using to put, you know, stuff and items in. So like the bag actually fits quite a bit, and that's why I discovered about this bag, that it fits a lot of items, you know, like more than like everyday items. I feel like just kind of out and about items. But it's just that, yeah, when you use the pouches, it takes up so much room and so much space from the interior. So yeah, when I went to the mountains, I just kind of had all my items kind of loose in here like this, and I wore it around the waist, which was cool. Maybe I think I put some items in the back pocket here. I think I also had like sunscreen and stuff like that since we were in the woods. And like maybe I think some off bug spray, some lotion, you know, kind of other things like that. So I had that in here as well. But yeah, like when I don't wear pouches in here, I actually enjoy quite a bit, like using this bag quite a bit, as opposed to being so focused on trying to keep the interior clean. Now, so it's just been this little delicate dance with this bag as far as trying to do that, because like I just showed you, I just put all these items in here. I personally like to wear the bag just like that. Like just putting and throwing items in here, and I can fit so much in here. It doesn't even feel like there's a vast difference between this bag and the monogram one, even with the size difference when I just kind of put my items in here. Whereas you saw before when I just had the pouches, I could only fit my mini pochette, my Gucci key pouch, and my YSL card holder. And then it was pretty much full after that. And even with my mini pochette, like I still can't fit like a whole bunch of items in there, like definitely not to the extent of everything I put in here. So yeah, like I would definitely say for me, the pro of this is it is a bit understated from the monogram. So if you do like, you know, if you like your items, if you're kind of going or transitioning to some items that are more understated, I would say this is more understated. But even with Empriente leather, you guys, it does still have LVs all over it. Because even with being in the woods, funny enough, like the people who kind of made comments about my bag were guys, because they noticed that it was Louis Vuitton. They're like, oh man, that bag is tight. I see that Louis Vuitton bag. Which was so funny to me that like none of the girls said anything, but the guys immediately noticed it. And they're like, man, that bag is hard. Like, yeah, I need to get one like that. So like the guys really love this bag. But it's still recognizable if someone knows Louis Vuitton or is familiar or, you know, is up close to it. They can see all of the LVs. So I say understated, but it's not really that understated, if I can be completely honest. But it's more understated than, yeah, your monogram, your typical canvas monogram. So I would say that. So that's a pro. It does look better around the waist as a bum bag than the monogram one, because the monogram one is significantly bigger, or at least it looks significantly bigger around the waist. So this one definitely looks a lot better around the waist if you want to wear it as a traditional bum bag. So that's another pro to it. Yeah, like as far as staining or anything like that, definitely there are stains and on the vachette leather and all of that for my monogram bum bag, but this one doesn't have any stains. It looks like the day I bought it a year ago. Mostly if you get stuff on here, you can wipe it off without any issue on the exterior of the bag, so that's really good. Yeah, and it doesn't really, yeah, it's pretty carefree. You can wear this in the rain, so it's pretty universal as far as the temperature is concerned. Whether it's hot, it's cold, raining, you can still wear this and the bag will look exactly the same, because I've done it and I've had no issues with it. Now, the biggest, I feel like, con to me again is the interior being this like microfiber lining, and then being this kind of bright orangish yellow, just because if you get any stains in here, you're definitely going to notice it. It's going to pick up. So that's kind of the biggest con for me. And then also the fact that it only has one zipper and not two. So like if I wore this bag again across the chest, I would just have to be mindful of the products on top, which for me are the lip products. These would likely slip out if I had this across the chest this way, because again, the bag only zips in one direction. So yeah, that would be something to keep in mind. You could wear it the other direction and that would be a bit better, but I'm really not used to wearing my bag across the chest this way. So that's kind of the biggest thing. Those are the biggest pros and cons in my opinion. If you own this bag, let me know what you found as far as pros and cons of this bag are concerned. How long have you had it? Let me know below. Have you gotten the interior stain? Do you use a bag organizer? Comment below if you own it, just so I know. And then if you have any tips or tricks for anyone else who's interested in this bag, or even for me, as far as using the bag, comment below. I definitely love to read that input and feedback from you guys. So anyway, I know this video is kind of long. I apologize, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you share with anyone else who likes this type of content. Also, before you leave, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and the bell next to it, so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.